LeetCode time. Here we go. Here we go. Howlin', what's happening, man? How you doing? How did they do on the contest? I'm about to take the virtual contest today. Oh, dang, they give us a hard problem for the daily? Am I gonna try that? 35% acceptance rates. I'll read it, but I don't know if I can get a hard problem. Find all possible stable binary arrays, part 2. You are given 3 positive integers, 0, 1, and limit. A binary array is called stable if the number of occurrences of 0 in the array is exactly 0. The number of occurrences of 1 in array is exactly 1. Each subarray of R with a size greater than limit must contain both 0 and 1. Return the total number of stable binary arrays. Since the answer may be very large, return it mod big prime. Did bad, but I think you'll be fine. We'll see, man. I'm not that good, man. Lots of problems trip me up these days. This problem sounds hard for sure. So what the heck is a stable array then? So there's no zeros and 1, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. This problem sounds weird. Oh, it's not 0. It's the variable 0. Man. And it's not 1. It's the variable 1. I'm like, what the heck are they talking about, you know? But then I look at example 2. And so on, so yeah. Okay. How can we do that? Number of subarrays. So this is like a prefix sum. Maybe. It could be our prefix sums. Because we're looking for a target there. And then we got to see how many times we've seen it in the past. But then how do you do this part? Each subarray of size R with a size greater than limit must contain both 0 and 1. That means, yeah, so I think I can get these 2 criterias, but this third one, I'm not too sure. I think with these first 2, we can do prefix sums and like a hash map as we iterate through. But this one, how do you know that each subarray with a size greater than limit must contain both 0 and 1? So that means that basically it means that you can't have that many streaks in a row. Like you can't have a streak of zeros of size limit. The streaks must be less than the limits. Yes, but I don't know how to implement this. I'm not sure how long I should spend on this problem, man. Let me think a little bit more. Oh wait, it doesn't even give me an array. It's like I gotta generate the array. So maybe let me think a little bit more. Do I actually have to generate the arrays though? I don't think so. They only want how many? They only want a count. Shop hit. What's happened? Bro. Bro what, man? How you doing? Welcome. Alright, so the first number I need 3 zeros, 3 ones. So, and then the limit. Am I to just... I think I can do this, man. Maybe with some type of DP. Try yesterday's problem first with 4D DP. Nah, I'm cool. I usually only do the daily. I don't try and do yesterday or whatever. Anyways, so I'm gonna try to DP where everything. How is it gonna work? I don't know how to do the limit part, man. So it's like we pick one. It's like take it or leave it. Either we can do 0 or we can do a 1. And then no, I don't think that will work because it's 1,000 each. And if I have to cache, if each dimension is 1,000, that's gonna TLE. Leet Whale in the house. What's happening, Leet Whale? Man, Leet Whale, did you take the contest over the weekend? So for every position, all right, the array size is 0 plus 1. Then, let me think. Saltbot, what's happening? Do you usually LeetCode in C++? Yes. I did it virtually. I would have gotten a good rank. Man, do you do it virtually because you're scared like I am? Or did you do it virtually because you had other things going on? Did it virtually as well? I was just busy. I see. What's happening, Q? How are you doing? All right, so here's what I'm thinking for this problem. Some type of DP, but I don't know how to structure things. I don't know. I don't know yet, man. So what would we need? We need how many zeros we need? How many ones we need? But then I feel just the count of those alone is putting us at like the limits of the size of the cache. So how do you deal with this limit parts? This limit part is basically saying that we can't select that many ones or zeros in a row. I think I could solve this with brute force recursion, but I'm not sure. Madiham Muhammad, what's happened? C++, right? Yes. C++. Why C++? Why not other language? Because I don't know other languages. And C++ is the language that I know. I think I might have to give up. Leet Whale, what do you say, man? Am I able to solve this problem? Or is it too hard for me? What number was this? 3130. Ooh, 28, 25? Come on, man. I'm not wasting my time. Seems too hard for me, man. I haven't done the daily? Yeah. I'm not gonna... I give up. Should I even look at the solution? I probably should, right? Let me at least read some hints. Alright. Let dp xyz be the number of stable arrays with exactly x zeros, y ones, and the last element is 0 or 1. Interesting. dp xy 0 plus dp xy 1 is the answer for a given xy. I think with this hint alone, maybe I can solve it. Because that would... My problem was the caching on... If I cached on limit just like that. But as... I mean, I can do what they tell me to do, but I don't understand why it works. Should I try? I'm gonna try. So, ones and zeros. I guess we can say if this is 0 and this is 0, we should return 1 because we reached the end. No. How are we gonna do this part then? And then the last element, 0 or 1. So dp xy, and just add the zeros and the ones. I don't know if I understand. So this is the number of stable arrays with why does this work is what I'm trying to think. dp xy be the number of stable arrays with exactly x zeros and y ones, and the last element is z. Let me read more hints. If we already placed x 1 and y 0, if we place a group of k zeros, I even know I'm trying this problem, man. It's rated 20, almost 2,900. I think it's way above my league. I'm gonna just skip this one. What are you saying? Can you please copy the hints in your comments on your code and show the actual question? I'm not gonna do this question anymore, but if you want to see the question, here it is. I think this question is too hard for me. I don't want to waste my brain juice on something so out of reach, you know. All right, virtual contest time. That's what we're really here for. Nobody cares about the daily problem. Past contests. This one, right? 492. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. First question. Minimum capacity box. You're given an integer array capacity where capacity I represents the capacity of the ith box, and an integer item size representing the size of an item. The ith box can store the item if capacity I is greater than or equal to the item size. Return an integer denoting the index of the box with the minimum capacity that can store the item. If multiple such boxes exist, return the smallest index. If no box can store the item, return -1. What? The minimum capacity that can store the item. Okay, so the item that's close, okay, item that's closest to that size, right? So like this item size is 2, and these all can store. All right, so here we go. Should I just go like that? Iterate through all the indexes. Wait, what is it? They want the minimum thing that can store the capacity. Maybe how should I do this? Maybe I'll start at int max. And then I'll be like, if the current capacity is greater than or equal to the item size, then it's a good item. But we want the minimum capacity. So I guess it can be like, this isn't the real answer. Box size, maybe. So if the box size is greater than the, what am I saying? Capacity I. That means this is a better capacity, right? And wait. Yes, and we should use this answer. I don't know, I might have a bug in my code. Output is 2, 0, and -1. Should I send that? I'm gonna send it. All right, Q1 done. Q2, find the smallest balanced index. Golden line, what's happening? What have you been up to since leaving Google? I've been building Typeblazer, and I stream like every day. So nothing too crazy. All right, you are given an integer array nums. An integer I is balanced if the sum of the elements, or if the sum of elements strictly to the left of I equals the product of elements strictly to the right of I. If there are no elements to the left, the sum is considered as 0. Similarly, if there are no elements to the right, the product is considered as 1. Return an integer denoting the smallest balanced index. If no balanced index exists, return a -1. Do you have any regrets? No, I don't. No scope to JFK2. What's happening? All right, 212, say this is balanced. Man. The sum of the products strictly to the left and strictly to the right. So I need to take, all right, let me see. All numbers are at least 1, so there's no weird zeros in there. We can overflow, so we need to use long longs, right? I regret nothing being a trillionaire by age 35. What are you talking about, man? So long sum. And then product. So I gotta, man, if I multiply all these numbers, it could be bigger than long, could it? Wouldn't I have to do some mod there? Am I gonna get some integer overflows? Don't defense. What's happening? Type racer. We'll do it real soon. Grog what's happened? Good luck and have fun. I will try to digest as much as I can before falling asleep. Alright. Trying to say this boring ass content, man. Watching people do LeetCode. Doing a leak. No, it's just a virtual, man. It's a virtual. Let's do type racer. Type racer. Only for a little bit while longer, man. I just come check for Pixel Pusher and then redeem Type Racer. Alright. Well, first race is the warm-up. Second race, championship round. You guys ready? Nah, just a casual 2 a.m. Twitch stream. I see. Alright, well, if you want to do a little type racing, man. Let's go. This Type Racer, yeah, I know. Type Blazer coming soon, man. I don't think Type Blazer is ready for us yet. Alright, first race, warm-up time. I'll soon deprecate this thing, man. Man, that is a hard passage. Q Ultimus 101. Don't defense 95. Barely beat me. And guessed with a 77. I was just a little warm up. Championship next. I don't have ad block on this browser and it lags because of the ads. It's insane. How is it so bad? Yeah, don't defense. It has been a problem for so many years on Type Racer. I wanna get Type Blazer ready, and we're gonna drop Type Racer forever, man. All right, but championship round, let's go. If you don't have ad block, it's like impossible to race on this thing, I think. $107 Q Ultimus. Very nice, man. I hope it's so bad. Yeah. Yeah, man. All right. Q Ultimus. Looks like one of the very last Type Racers is yours. $107. Very nice. I think even if I did well, I'd have lost to that. Well, you never know, man. But yeah, that's a nice speed, 107. All right. Q2 on this contest. I think I did pretty well on that passage. Yeah, I think you did, man. I think it was pretty hard. All right, balanced index. So I'm really worried about overflowing with multiplying all the numbers, man. And I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know if I'm thinking about it too much, but man, look at how many people submitted. I think TypeBlazer is helping with the harder passages. Hey, I hope so. TypeBlazer is too hard for me right now. You're doing the right amount of thinking, Leet Whale. Alright. I mean, I know the overflow is there, right? Because I don't need to multiply it out. I can't multiply 100,000, or look, not even 100,000 million times each other. That's not gonna fly, man. Neither is the sum. Like, you know, if each thing can be a billion, then it's gonna overflow real quick with the int. I don't know about long though. See how nice when I don't lose to someone who cheats via genetics, like Pixel Pusher or Ricky? Nah, don't defense. I don't know what you're talking about. You think those guys have genetics because that's why they win, man? They win because they practice typing for half their lives at least. Wait. I guess it might be genetic because maybe their brain needs to just be able to move so fast and process words and send signals to their fingers like in crazy speeds. It's kind of like reaction time maybe and other stuff. I don't know. Honestly, I applied a stupid solution and it worked. Hold up. Wait, for Q3? Wait, I'm not even on Q3 yet, man. Let me read this one more time. Sum of the elements strictly to the left of I equals the product of elements strictly to the right. Should I just mod it by prime number? And then if I mod the same things, then who cares? I don't know how mods work, but chances are it might be all right or nah. I would risky. Yeah, I don't really know if that would. I don't know if that's like a true thing to say about mods, but I would think it's worth a shot, man, without knowing if it works. So if I just have, you know, my regular 1E9 plus 7 and take that as the mod. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, how do I... There's so much I don't know how to deal with. Like, I don't know how to divide with mods, man. Multiplying by mods, I guess you multiply and then you just take the mod. But if you're dividing, which is kind of what I have to do, I don't know what to do with that part, man. Man, so many people got this right. Makes me feel like I'm overthinking this. But then again, so many people submitted, man. Alright, left sum. How do I compare? I mean, I could just take the product from right to left and store that, and then I'm just gonna do some stuff, man, because time is ticking and I gotta try something. There's a very simple observation you can make that simplifies the problem by a lot. All right, give me a chance to try and think of things, or should I just continue with what the hell I'm doing, man? All right, so for every index, something, it's like the prefix must equal to the suffix. If I just do mods, I'm just gonna do it, man. Here we go. We'll see. All right, so these are my sums. Maybe I'll make, I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna do it anyways, you know. Can I do that? And then what am I doing? I'm setting that index sums I equals sum. And then here I'm doing the same, like so now I'm just going to iterate from, wait, can the index, if no elements are to the left, the sum is considered as 0. Similarly, if there are no elements to the right, the product is considered as 1. Okay, so then I'll go the whole range from I equals 0, I less than n, I plus plus. But I guess I should treat the n's as special cases. All right, so if it's 0, I will have to be like if prod I plus 1 is equal to 0, which is not possible, right? Same thing here, I guess. I guess this might be possible. So if sums I minus 1 is equal to 1, that means that's that. Otherwise, let's see. Isn't this gonna overflow? Who knows, Q? Who knows? Time will tell. All right. All right, let's see. Wait, what are you talking about, man? Line 23, I less than n minus 1, I guess. And maybe this should be minus 1. All right, so I have 1, I have 2, I have -1. I don't know, man. Should I send this? I will send it to see. I don't know what else to do. Man, you think they created this test case just for me? With this mod? I think they did, man. I'm pretty sure. All right. You never use a known mod. Yeah. All right. Let me try. What's the next? What is the next three prime numbers after? I'm gonna try this one. I don't even want to try it, man, because it's clearly wrong, right? Where's the dang thing? If I'm trying like a not a known mod, you know, man, I think that one's too close. I'm gonna try this one. They're probably. All right, man. Even if it works though, it shouldn't be right. So I feel kind of weird submitting something that I know is incorrect. But what are they gonna do, man? All right, I think this. Hey, you can go back later to get another solution. Yeah, this doesn't feel correct, man. This feels like a hack. Right? I don't, because if the other mod didn't work, then for sure there's some cases where this doesn't work as well. All right, I'll keep on keeping on. Or wait, Q, let me see what's up first. This is your Q2. What am I looking at here? So you get the sum, and then you go from the back, and then you're just multiplying. It's like the same thing, except you don't store your things in memory like I do. But wait, no, it's not the same, because how do you deal with, so you got long longs, but then, hold on, what are you doing here? How can this be greater than? I don't know. Product is unsigned long. Oh yeah, I see. After the product becomes bigger than the whole sum, it's never gonna happen again. That's the whole trick. Oh man, I should have probably thought about that a little bit more. I think I can hack Q's solution maybe. It's possible maybe. Interesting. Anyways, thank you, Q. So man, this contest must have gone unrated, yeah? If like so many solutions that aren't supposed to pass are passing, because for sure my own shouldn't have worked either. But it's hard to like generate a test case for all the prime numbers, right? Wait, string hashing also uses mods. Wait, what are you trying to say though? Are you trying to say I should learn string hashing? Wait, and every string hashing algo could fail if you create an evil enough test. I see what you're saying. Now I see. It's legit enough? Alright, if a grandmaster tells me it's legit, man, I believe it. The thing that would make this very solid is use 2 primes or 3 primes and verify all 3 makes sense. I think it would be impossible to break. Like you run it multiple times using different prime numbers to see if they all give the same answer. And if they do, then it's a correct answer. But if two of them, I see. Interesting. I'm going to have to try and remember that, because this is like the first time I've ever really came across something like this. Probably because I don't do any string hashing algorithms, man. And I guess this is similar, maybe. All right, Q3. Can I solve this one, man? Minimum operations to sort a string. You are given a string S consisting of lowercase English letters. In one operation, you can select any substring of S that is not the entire string and sort it in non-descending alphabetical order. Return the minimum number of operations required to make S sorted in non-descending order. If it is not possible, return -1. What are they talking about, man? Solution says is toxic. All right, that means it's funky then. Let me see. Select any substring that is not the entire string and sort it in non-descending order. Okay, that's just like a regular ass sort then, right? So I say minimum number of operations required to make S sorted in non-descending order. All right, what is dog sorted? DGO. Okay, dang. How do we do this, man? 10 to the 5th, 100,000 characters. So is this like a silly problem where there's some trick to it where you either just sort some large chunk and then figure out what to do with like one character? Let me keep looking at examples. So card sorted would be A, C, D, R, right? Let's say, let me start drawing some things out here. A, C, D, R. And they're telling me you gotta sort this part A, C, R, D, and then they say you sort these two. So the answer here is 2. Is the answer always either gonna be, I'm trying to think of a case where the answer is greater than 2. Like what if we had Z, 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 A? Then we just, what would we do? We just sort these and then sort those. Okay, what if it was like that? We just sort the last few and then, oh, all right, let me see. I think, dang. So how should we sort, man? If we sorted the fronts, like if we have the first character, I don't know. All right, GF. It is impossible to sort S because we can't, yeah. Nothing is super obvious to me, except maybe I need to be looking for characters that are out of place. And all right, if this was fully sorted, it would be like that. So we need the 8 to be in the front. But how do you get it in the front? Minimum number of operations, man. This one is hard. I'm not sure what to do. Sorts any substring. All right. ZAYY. And then A. So if I sort that and then I sort this, it still won't be good, but it will be almost good. So here's what I'm seeing so far. If the first character is the lowest in the string, and the first character, if the first character is the lowest and the last character is the highest, it is impossible to do it in one move. Because you gotta sort the whole string, but you can't. So either you gotta sort everything but the first or everything but the last. So would I just keep doing that? Sort everything on this side and then that side? Like, why wouldn't I just keep sorting like that? If I, all right, let's try. First thing, I sort everything right here. So it'd be A, Y, Y. And then I sort everything here. That would be A, Y, Z, Y. And then I sort everything here. Would that always give the minimum? I don't even know what the minimum for this would be. All right, let me look at dog. I don't need to sort these because they're already sorted, but then I sort that and we're done. I can try that, man. Or I can try and think of a test case that will, let me try a card. Make sure it just works. So here, this isn't equal. So I guess we could either, I'll try everything here. So that'd be, no, first I'll try everything here just to see if it matters which way we go, left or right. So this would be A, D, R. And then I'll sort everything here. A, C, D. And that's 2 moves, right? And I think the same thing if I had started on the other side. So if I sorted everything here, then it's A, C, R, D. And then if I sorted everything here, we're good. NJ Gaming, what's happening? All right, I'm gonna try that. So, is it just 2 moves then? No. What was that? It could be more than 2. So maybe I have to like detect a cycle or something. So if I have the copy and then I sorted the copy, this is the order I want the copy in, right? That's like what the target, maybe I should call it instead of copy. And then, I'm just gonna sort left and right chunks to see if it's gonna work, man. I don't know if it's actually how you solve it, but I'm just gonna have to try. I guess if this, if we've seen this already, then maybe it's impossible. So the first thing, I'm just gonna start left. So sort, championship race starting in 2 minutes. So we're sorting s.begin to s.end. Well, man, it's easier to do it like this first. No, let me do it properly, man. Hey, somebody from YouTube, what's happening? Jut Punjabi, how you doing? Hi, bro. NJ Gaming, what's happening? How are you doing? Also, championship race. Should we take a little quick Type Blazer championship race break? Yes, we should. This is what I'm working on my, I guess, my side projects. Everybody should know about Type Blazer by now. All right. Man, I don't know if that sourcing thing is gonna work. Time will tell. I want to implement it right now, though. Tempted. All right, let me put this on my other screen so I don't forget. Man, it's only 18 seconds though. All right, flip the turn. I guess it doesn't really matter where that one goes. All right, here we go. Championship race. '89, Q83, Ricky Wong 117, Clistar 69. Very nice championship race. Yeah, seeing the new changes I made? I changed the beta to early access because I don't see anybody talking about open beta and stuff anymore, man. It's all early access. We got hardcore mode, where you make one mistake and it's over and you die. What else we got? We got the passage browser if you want to see all the passages and whether you type them or not in Type Blazer. All the different categories and topics that are on here. What else is new in Type Blazer, man? I think my leagues are almost ready, but I'm not showing that. Is that it? That's about it. Don't open until you finish. All right, I'm not gonna look cute. Don't you worry. Facts are problems. So I'm just taking turns sorting the chunks at the ends. But so this one is from the right end and I need one to the left end. So how are we gonna do that? It's gonna be, can I do n-1? Does that work? I don't know, man. Let's see. Oh, and then wait, what am I saying? If s equal the target, then we have to return something there. Let me see if that works. 1, -1, -1. It doesn't seem to like what I just did. So let me see what I'm doing. Dog, and then I sort. This one says card. Wait, what is happening, man? I want to see it after. All right, so we got card and then catter. But then why is it tripping? Why is it returning -1? It's because interesting. Oh, you know why? Because no, I don't know why. This is I have no idea what I'm doing here for this problem. How is it gonna find catter? Oh man, I see. Maybe I should insert this before we sort. Let me see. 2, okay. And -1. Alright, I'm not so certain that this is gonna work. But what else can I do, man? I just gotta send it and see. Oh, maybe I can try that test case that we came up with here. Which was what? ZYYA. Alright, I'm just gonna send it, man. Let's see. Wrong answer. Is this an edge case where we just need to check if they're equal already? Alright, should I submit this now? Still wrong. Cab. It's because ACB. Man, why is cab not working? Maybe it does matter if I go left or right. So let me just try cab alone. So the code I have now, it's not gonna work. But what if we started from turn 1 instead? Then it finds something. So maybe I gotta try both things. So how do I do that, man? I'm gonna turn this into a dang function. That's what I'm gonna do. How do I do that? Maybe I'll just copy and paste like that. And then and then this is going to return -1, or it's going to return something. Yeah. Let me think here. So then do stuff 0, do stuff 1. Okay. So how do we compare these things? I want the minimum or something. So if left equal -1 and the right is -1, then it's -1. Let's see if that works. Cab, that one works. Where's the other test cases, man? Reset test cases, come on. Let me put in the ones I came up with. The one I came up with. Dog 0, come on, man. 0, 0, -1. Oh, I guess if they're the same, then we should just return left or right. 1, 2. Alright, I'm gonna send this, man. Let's see. Still wrong, man. Should I give up? Maybe maybe this idea doesn't work. And I should just think of something else. Very close. Man, so many wrong things. Why would... Alright. I think I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing if it was a good solution. Alright, E, D, B, C. Why is it not working? So I'm saying it's 3, but it's expected to be 2. Maybe I should return the minimum of those instead of doing all that. Let me take these out. I guess that's one case where they're not, you know, like it wouldn't fall into any of these. Let's see. No. 0. Why would some of these come up to be 0, man? Oh, you know why? Because I'm sourcing S and it's like making copies and stuff, man. So I will make a copy in each time. That was a bug. I should have noticed that bug. Alright, now I think my code is looking a little bit less buggy, and I'm gonna submit that. Jeez, it's only because I write terrible code is why the thing doesn't work. But is this how you do it, man? Is this like the official way? Q, alright, let me see what you did, Q. Wait, can I even do Q4? Should I peek? Ooh, a lot of people got Q4. Maybe I should attempt it. Alright, let me see though what Q did. So it's either 1 or 2 or 3. Interesting. This is what I was thinking. It must be either 1 or 2. But then I saw the case with 3. And then I was like, alright, maybe there's more than just 2 things. But it was hard for me to even prove that, you know, whatever I did worked. But he basically hard-coded what I did. Hey, Brett, what's happening? Let's see what Brett did. It's like, dang. Let me try and decipher. All? What does all mean, man? Okay, so you're saying if it's sorted already, then we should just return 0. If the length is 2, it's impossible. And then the minimum and the maximum characters, and then some crazy stuff that I don't know. Line 3 is linear, check 4 is sorted. I'm thinking about that. I know it was a check for the sorted, but I did not know it was linear. So you're just iterating over each pair, and if anything is out of order, I see. If the first letter isn't min, you need at least one sort. Right? At least one sort. And same for the last letter being max. Man, this is crazy to read though. So if the minimum character is not the first character, plus, and then you need at least one sort if it's the last, if it's not the last, and then you need at least one sort if the minimum character is not in the... I think I see what this means. The minimum character is not in the first few, except everything except the last one, and M is not in up to the first one to the last one. Since you may need to move the last character into position 0 or the first character into the last position. Man, that requires some crazy observations. This problem is too hard for me though, I think. I don't know if I like this problem. Look at that, 17% acceptance rate. Alright, should we try the Q4? Kind of sneaky, yeah. It's like everything I did for that problem, it was just shooting in the dark, man. I was not sure of anything, like if it was, I couldn't prove anything. I just had to go off of, let me try it out, see what happens, you know. Minimum cost to partition a binary string. Didn't try Q4. All right, me too. You are given a binary string S and two integers, n cost and flat cost. For each index I, Si equal 1 indicates that the ith element is sensitive, and Si equals 0 indicates that it is not. The string must be partitioned into segments. Initially, the entire string forms a single segment. For segments of length L containing x sensitive elements, if x equals 0, the cost is flat cost. If x is greater than 0, the cost is L times x times enc cost. If a segment has even length, you may split it into two contiguous segments of equal length, and the cost of this split is the sum of the costs of the resulting segments. Return an integer denoting the minimum possible total cost over all valid partitions. I don't really understand the problem, but I'm thinking of if binary search is possible just because of the wording in the problem. Alright, let me look at example 1. S1010, cost 2, flat cost 1. The answer is 6. Has length 4, contains two sensitive elements. A sensitive element is if I is 1. You're not on the contest version of the problem? Wait, what do you mean? Is it different? Interesting. Thank you. Is it different or did I mess up? Submit on the other. Oh, dang. Maybe I need to submit on this one too then. Right? My Q3. Man, did I mess up on all of them? Oops. Did I do Q2? Q3. Okay. Q4. If x equals 0, the cost is flat. L is the length times how many things times the encoding cost. Could be wrong, but I think Q4 is easier than Q3. I believe that given how many people solve Q4, usually if like this many people solve Q4, it wasn't even too crazy since most people don't even try Q4, you know. All right. But I don't know what to do yet. I don't even really understand the problem. So we have two sensitive elements. The cost of this whole thing would be 4 times 2 times 2, which would be a lot. But since it's even, yeah, it was 16. But since it's even, we can split into 2. So it's like some recursive problem where I should try to split everything and then build up the base costs. Let me try. Wait, should I do it like this or should I? I don't know what to call this, man. DFS. I don't even. Let me think about it a little bit more. So what do I need? Maybe I need an L and an R. And initially it's gonna be like so it's I'm looking at whether the cost of the two things in the middle or no. Let me think more. Let me think more of it. I'm not sure if I'm going on the right path. Return interest on the minimum possible total cost over all valid partitions. Let me look at more examples. So same 1010, encoding cost 3, flat cost 10. So if we did the whole string, it would be 24. But since it's even length, we can split into 2 segments. And it's 6 and 6. Okay. So it's either, all right, it's either am I tripping, man? Like you can only split the thing one time. It's not like I can keep splitting segments, right? Or no? I think maybe we can. It's like if it was even longer than this, we could keep splitting it into segments, right? So, man, should we do this DFS type thing? think. Brett says he thinks I can get it. So I should attempt it, man. I can't decide if I understand the problem or not, though. And I don't think they give me enough examples to see. Because like, they don't ever try and split these any further, you know? Because like 1, 0 is even length. Can you split that further? And then it's the cost of those two? No. Example 1 they did? Oh, maybe I should finish reading the example. Oh, splitting both segments into 4 single character segments yields the segments 1, 0, 1, 0. The segments... Oh, yes, I see. I see, Brett. Thank you. I should have read everything. Oh, I stopped here because I thought this was the answer, but splitting it like this is just 8. Okay, so then for sure it's like some recursive thing where... What's the base case? If L less greater than or equal to R, then we're just going to return... I guess it depends if that is a set sensitive bit or not. We have to return... I'm gonna use if statements, man. So if SL equal it's off, then we return the flat cost. Otherwise, we will return the encoding cost, right? So that's our base case, and then we want to split like down the middle, so I guess I have to find the midpoint. So anytime I have to do this midpoint stuff, man, I always get confused, or I'm always afraid of off by ones. So let me just draw all my indices and whatnot. So I'm starting with this as my L and this as my R. And then when I recurse, I want my L to be 0 and my R to be 1. So it would be like DFS, the L stays the same, but the R is gonna be, I guess I should find a midpoint. But then if it's not even, so R divided by 2 would be 1. Yeah, so maybe I can just say R divided by 2. Anyways, be right back. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. All right. I'm back. What was I doing? I was trying to find the midpoints, man. So my right. The graduate, what's happened? Hope you're doing well. Any tips for growing long hairs? Yeah, I got some tips for you, man. You're gonna be tempted to want to cut your hair at some point after you've decided to grow it. You gotta resist those urges at all costs, man. There's gonna be a lot of social pressure for you to cut your hair. You also have to resist those people telling you what to do. And then maybe after about 4 years, 3 or 4 years, you'll start to like your long hair. There's like a awkward stage, probably year 2, year 3 maybe. And you just have to get through it. Like the first 2 years are bad. My boss one day told me to cut my hair years ago. And years and years ago, I haven't cut my hair since. Hey, for real, Q? Dang. Yeah, I haven't cut my hair in a long time. So, what am I trying to do, man? How do I calculate the whole price? I think I need prefix sums to calculate how many ones are in that range. So I'll do that for God, I'm thinking about that boss thing. Hey, it's 2026, man. I don't think many bosses are gonna tell you about your hair unless you work in very specific industries. But if you are a programmer or something, chances are nobody cares about your hairstyle. Can't tell me what to do with my hair. Yeah, me too. I didn't always keep mine short though. I kept mine all types of different styles. All right, so prefix sums. How do we do prefix sums? Maybe I should make it n plus 1, or maybe I should just leave it like that. So now I'm iterating through every character in S, and if it's a 1, I'm increasing my counts. Alright, so I have that. What I need now is the count of ones in the thing. So that would be left and right. Let me think. Stay happy and enjoy LeetCode. Gonna join you next stream. I already subbed you. Hey, the graduate. Thank you so much, man. My next LeetCode stream will be on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I'll see you then, man. But I'll be streaming vibe coding stuff tomorrow. I usually do that 5 times a week. All right, here we go, man. So prefix sums. Gotta be careful about off by ones. Maybe there should be r plus 1 minus PSL. That would be how many ones are in that range. And then the cost of that is going to be the length. Or the whole, I guess. Man, can we overflow here? It's possible, man. I think it might be possible to overflow. Oh yeah, it is, because the whole dang answer is a long, long. All right, so this should be a long, long. The ones, the whole is what? Let me see the formula. L r minus L plus 1. I think that's the length, times ones times the encoding costs. And we gotta watch out for overflows. So I'll just turn one of those into a long, long. And these should be long, long. Long, long. Long, long, man. Yeah, Sergeant Pepper, what's happening? Gotta love C++. Feezus TV. What's happening? Where's my short? Yeah, long, longs are nice. C++. Ari Elite, how you doing? Welcome. All right, so we got these long, longs, and that's all we gotta do, man. Right? What else do they want from us? They don't want nothing else. Should we try? I'll just run it. Flat cost. Camel cased. Nah, it ain't right, man. It ain't right because maybe it's tripping in this. So how's that? All right, so M1 divided by that L. Man, how's that? Time to put in a little C out. Is it just stuck in an endless loop? That's what it feels like. How is that possible though, man? Where did I mess up? The right side? The left side? Okay, maybe this should be... How do you do this? L plus R minus L over 2 maybe? All right, the answers are 6, 12, and 2. Test case 6, 12, 0. Uh-oh. All right, something ain't right with my solution here. 0? Why is it 0? Wait, why is mine 0? Because none of these, all right, 0 to 1. R minus L plus 1. Oh, because there's no ones there, that's why. I see. There's a bug in my code. So if ones is 0, then something else. So I guess if ones is 0, then what is it? The flat cost. All right, let's see if it works now, man. 2. All right, I think I want to send this, but should I worry about anything? I should worry about overflows, but I think maybe I have it covered here. Because long longs. Would it overflow here? I don't think it will. I'm just gonna send it. It ain't right. It ain't right, man. Oh, because I forgot these dang cases where if it's not even, I forgot. Dang, I can't believe it. All right, so if it's not even length, then we can't consider this part. So if, what's the length? r minus l plus 1. Wait, let me erase these. So long left, maybe. I don't want to use this. I think this might be a bug too, to use these numbers. Let me think about what I should initialize these things to. If I take the minimum, this will overflow right there if I did that. So what should I use here? Should I just use -1? And then instead of doing this, I can be like, it's kind of weird, but whatever. I think it might be okay for this problem. Let me use that test case. 66. Look at that. 66. All right, I'm going to submit this one. That was easy, man. This was more like a hard medium, or yeah, this was more like a medium, I think. I agree, Brett. Q4 was easier than Q3. Underscores in my type names? Terrifying. What are you talking about? Underscores in your type names? Feezus. Where's the underscores at? And what are type names? Like these types? I don't see the underscores, man. Anyways, no, I think I could have solved this Q4. Oh wait, Icy Black said something, I didn't even see it, man. Oh, Icy Black Deep, what's happened? That's cause, oh, int 64T. Yeah, nobody wants to type that, man. I get, all right. When I used to work, I never seen any longs anywhere. I only saw int 64Ts and stuff like that, man. I don't think I've seen a long in the wilds at the code base. You solved 4. Yeah, I guess so. Did I solve Q2 by myself? I guess this was a little weird one because I did the mod way, but it was kind of strange. I think I'd have tried a different mod because I got the one, I did the popular 1E or 1E9 plus 7 mod, and they made a test case just for that one. I like int64T. And then, wait, I solved this one. This one was also a little bit bootleg. But I guess I solved it. All right, let me see how we did here. Rankings. Top 2K, not bad, I'd say. That's about what I would expect for, you know, decent performance. Dang, 42,000 people though. I'd say top 2K then is even better than I would have expected. Because usually I expect like top 2K for like a 30,000 person contest. But man, lots of people are taking the contest these days. But I wonder, has the contest increased? Like, because it's easy to just use the LLMs now? Or, man, the LeetCode contests have been crazy. Like, how many people are taking them? When I first started taking the contest in 2020, only 3,000 people took the weekly contest. Now it's like 42,000, man. 10x'd in, what, 6 years? I'm suspicious about that too. Yeah, maybe a little bit, man, but I'd say can't be that many cheaters who only do it for cheating, right? There must be at least 25% of them is probably the maximum I'd say is not legit. Only 30,000 bots? No, I don't think so. What's LLM button? Don't remember that. That's how well the LLMs did on the contest. So every LLM can solve all 4 questions except Sonnet 4.6. That's crazy, man. Gemini Flash. Interesting. If there are 30,000 bots, a lot of bots suck. Yeah. They must be using like some real old bots or models. Would have to see how consistent they are and how long they've been doing contests in relation to their rankings, I guess. Wait, for what? To determine if they're a bot or not? I don't know. I think we can safely say that LeetCode is as strong as it's ever been, man. So I guess like all the companies are still asking those questions, you know. I don't know if it's gonna change anytime soon, at least. All right, what should we do now? We got lots of time. Strong for now until a competitor comes along. Yeah, we'll see about that. It's coming real soon, maybe. How can someone solve a LeetCode Q4 problem in 2 minutes? Bomb Jarrow, there are people that can solve it really quickly. I'm not one of them. But people who have studied algorithms and people who are like competitive programmers and they've spent like tens of thousands of hours, those people can solve a Q4 in like 2 minutes, man. But there are not many of those people out there in the world. This Q4 was 2 minute solvable. Yeah, I'd say this Q4 was easy. I guess it didn't take me long to realize what I had to do once I understood the problem. What do you do at your regular job? I don't have a job, man. I'm a bum. This is what I do. But I used to work at Google and then I quit maybe 6 months ago. Yeah, voluntary bum. And now I'm working on just building stuff that I want to build. And I've started with typeblazer.com, a typing game that I 100% vibe coded. I'm not a botanist. Yeah, I'm also a botanist. That's my regular job, but my plants aren't doing too great. Bobo Bebow. What's happened? So is algorithm something I could just be a one-trick pony in? What do you mean by that, Bobo Bebow? Yeah, I guess you can, man. If you just studied algorithms all day, for sure, you could be a one-trick pony. What's wrong with my plants? I didn't water them, man. And some of them have died. They're not dead, but they don't look too great. Not the ones behind me, man. I'm talking like my other plants. You might even develop your own famous algos. Nah, not me. That's why you can't have a bonsai tree, man. I think I do have a bonsai tree right now by accident. I thought I killed one of my tomato plants and it just like, I knocked it over and it's like laying down and then now it's like, you know, growing like a dang bonsai tree. I was gonna kill it, but maybe I'll keep that one. Anyways, should we do another contest? I guess that's what I've been doing lately, just all the contests that I've missed. So which ones have I not done? I haven't done a whole lot. But look at that, 4 out of 4, man. It's been a long time since I got a 4 out of 4 in a real contest. Put a stick so it would grow back straight. Yeah, we'll see. Bobo Bebow, thank you very much for that hydrates. Cheers. Most enterprise dev interviews are going to be different from Fang interviews, right? I assume less LeetCode. Man, enterprise dev interviews? I'm not sure what those people are asking, to be honest. Cool website, by the way. Thank you very much, Ari Elite. I think I'm very, I don't know what the word is, man, but I'm very excited that I was able to get this far without writing any code on this website, man. I think this has given me the confidence I need. Like, just building this to the point where it's at right now, I feel has given me enough confidence to, like, do something even more crazy. I don't think this was crazy at all, but I guess. I'm in personal website. Oh, yeah, this one sucks, man. I don't even know. MidnightSimon.com. Hey, thank you. This one was also vibe coded. Hey, Howling is on right now. So let me tell you, Ari Elites, I used to keep my type racer leaderboards here. And then I've been doing this for 4 years, man. Maintaining these leaderboards manually. Maybe longer than 4 years or whatever. But this is kind of like the origin story for Type Blazer. I used to host type racer races, maintain my own leaderboard. I'm tired of doing that, so now I'm making Type Blazer where I can just do a race on my own website and my leaderboards will be integrated into the website. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, what were the fundamentals you relied on to vibe code it? I just tried to break down every problem into the most smallest bit I can. So, you know, and then when I tell the LLMs to do something, I try to give them the smallest bite-sized work that I can. And that's kind of like the foundation of everything that I've built with vibe coding. I miss the chalkboard, strong vibes. Hey, the chalkboard I don't think is coming back, man. There's so much dust, I'll need a gas mask to not breathe in that chalk dust. Is it just web app backend database, or is there also any middleware? I don't know what you mean, Thesis TV. What do you mean middleware in that sense? I still have all my fancy chalk queue. It's, man, I don't know where, it's probably behind me somewhere. Thesis TV Type Blazer is Supabase. Vue on the front end, Supabase as my database, and C++. Oh, middleware like Redis. No, there's no Redis yet, but I have plans to maybe add that in the future. Yeah, we don't need it right now, but I'll probably need that soon. Anyways, we're gonna do another contest. Which contest shall I do? The last one I did, 471, so that means 470. Bobo Bao, thank you very much for another hydrates. All right, 470. When it gets big and you have to rewrite the whole thing in something more performant than vibes, hey, we don't know about that yet. But cheers, Bobo Bao. I'm convinced that we can make it work. Icy Black Deep. Won't vibes get better as time goes on? That's what I'm hoping as well, Q. All right, here we go. Virtual contest. compute alternating sum. You're given an integer array nums. The alternating sum of nums is the value obtained by adding elements at even indices and subtracting elements at odd indices. Return an integer denoting the alternating sum. All right, so this is odd, and this is even indices. So odd, we're subtracting, and this we're adding. Right? All right, -4, 100. -4, 100. Easy Q1. Q2. Longest subsequence with non-zero bitwise XOR. You are given an integer array nums. Return the length of the longest subsequence in nums whose bitwise XOR is non-zero. If no such subsequence exists, return 0. There's this trick with LLMs where you tell it good vibes only. Yeah, I gotta try that next time, man. Wait, XOR is non-zero, so longest subsequence. Do I just... All right, I'm thinking, oh, that is a Type Blazer championship race noise. It's about to happen in 2 minutes. Let me think about this a little bit longer though. So I'm thinking the longest thing that's non-zero. So should I just XOR the whole thing and then start XORing like something, or let me think. Should I binary search? 2, 3, 4, the bitwise XOR. Man, I gotta check the whole thing for sure, but all right, let me do the Type Blazer championship race, and then I'll think about that a little bit more. 35 seconds. Here we go. Man, I've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire. I'm trying to get all the way to all the ascensions, but I haven't even started on Ascension 1 yet. I'm trying to beat the game on all characters first. Anyways, here we go. Championship race. Dang. Kettle, 81. Same as me. Higher accuracy though, very nice. Easy championship race. Alright, longest subsequence. I missed that, man. I thought it was something else. Alright, subsequence, that changes things for me. That means we need to select, man, what are we looking for? So That's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So if we have so the count of all the bits in here are even, so that means everything is gonna zero out. So we're looking for was that your break? Yeah, wait. Type Blazer? Yeah, that was my break, man. I'm back to the contest. Man, a lot of people solve this one, so it shouldn't be too crazy, huh? Longest subsequence. Am I just taking... I just need any numbers where I take them and it's... and we have at least one bit set. So do I just count all of the bits? So like right here, all the sums of the bits are 2 and 2. So if I any number that I need to make, it's either gonna be like the whole thing or one less, right? Why would it be anything else? If it's not the whole thing, then we just remove one number and it's cool, right? No, but there could be zeros in there. So maybe maybe the zeros mess with it. Because the zeros don't do anything, man. Do I sort? Subsequence? Who cares what the order is in? So maybe I can sort them. But what would sorting do for us? We gotta count the bits somehow. Man, I don't know what to do. I don't think we count any bits, man. Maybe we just... Alright, maybe I do have to count the bits. I feel like having 0 in these numbers makes it a little strange with what's possible with edge cases. So if we count all the bits to everything and then we realize we have an odd set of bits, then we can take the whole thing. But if we don't have an odd set of bits, then we're in trouble, huh? Abror Developer, what's happening? Do you stream every day? I stream 6 times a week. And weekdays, I don't do LeetCode 6 times a week though. I do LeetCode 3 times a week, and then I do vibe coding 5 times a week. Jake1130, thank you very much for the hydrates. Cheers. Man, was it today? I think it's today, man. I see you on the leaderboards, Jake1130. You got me. You got lucky today, man, because I messed up big time on the daily. But look at that, Jake1130, 87 WPMs, 3rd place on the Type Blazer leaderboard daily. Super lucky. Anyways. Alright, this Q2, I'm not sure what to do. You're 5th? Icy Black Deep? 5th place? It's crazy. 73? Come on, man. Oh, he beat Clistar. Alright. If I'm stuck on this Q2, I feel so embarrassed, you know? I gotta take the XOR of... Man, I gotta take XOR of everything. We're gonna count the bits, maybe. Can I binary search the answer? I don't think I can binary search the answer. Love the new GitHub heat map thing. Hey, the new that's been there forever. But thank you. That was one of the first features I put in there. All right, let me give you a quick tour, Jake. The latest things, we have the passage browser. You can see all the things here, all the different categories, but these aren't my final passages. You can filter by topic. It's kind of jank right now. I'm working on it. We've got hardcore mode, where one error and you're dead. So that's hardcore. I don't know what else you missed. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. Infinite mode. I don't know if you saw that. I'm not gonna do everything, man. Oh, Q is about to use their second attempt. 92. When's general availability? Hey, I'm trying, man, but I'm trying to just polish everything up, fix all my bugs. But the number one feature I'm waiting on that I still haven't created fully, it's out there to test, but it's not like a link is available. Is the private leagues. So we can try one right now, man. You guys want to try? Let's try a private league race. See if it works. Because I'm almost ready to send this live. I don't know if anyone is trying to race right now, though. It might not even work. Also. Alright, Q is in here. I'll wait a couple more seconds, man. Haters, what you talking about? Icy is in here. All right, that's enough to try, right? Let's start. So I'm trying to replace the Type Racer races with only Type Blazer in the private leagues. And we got one spectator. Oh, I'm testing out that right now. Because that... Let me focus on this. Come on, so many errors. Look at that. Icy Black Deep, you beat Q Ultimus. Crazy. So that is what's going on. Wait, this isn't LeetCode, this is Type Blazer. Yeah, this is Type Blazer right now. So those are league things, and then we look in the histories. I guess we'll see all the races that we've done in this league. Who won with the leaderboards. But I gotta work on everything here, man. The leaderboards don't look too great. But once I'm satisfied with my leagues, I'm gonna put it out there to the whole world. If I'm Google, I would immediately hire you back. Nah. Well, you'd have to give me a whole lot of money, because I ain't going back unless I ran out of money or something. Anyways, I don't know if I can solve this one, even though so many people solved it. No more zoo stakes, yeah. No more zoo stakes right now. I'm out in the wilderness, but I have not successfully hunted my first gazelle. So I'm still surviving off of frozen zoo steaks, I guess. I guess you could call it that, man. I'm living off of the zoo steaks still, technically. They're just not as tasty as when they're fresh, if you know what I'm saying. Anyways, XOR, man. I'm gonna count these. Man, I really feel like I don't have to count bits based on how many people got accepted here. I mean, is there any case where it's not just one less number? I guess I can think of a case with the zeros. So like, if we had these numbers 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, like it wouldn't be the whole thing, but it would be everything but 1. No, maybe it's just either everything or not, man. Let me try that. Nah. I don't know. What should I call this? XOR. Should we try that, man? I think this can't be right. But it works for these examples. I'm trying to think of an example that would break this. Billy Beer, thank you very much for the follow. So if I had, say, all right, 1, 2, 3, all of these XOR'd is 0, right? So like the whole thing, but then it would just be one less. All right, I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna get the edge case that I need, or I'm gonna get a seed. It's gonna be wrong. Okay. It's wrong because it's such a dumb edge case, man. All right, so if everything is 0, then we gotta return 0, man. Wait, all 0 equal true, but then if it's not 0, all right, so then if it's all zeros, we should just return 0. All right, now I think it's cool. What a silly Q2. I don't like that problem at all. Q3. Remove k-balanced substrings. You are given a string s consisting of open parentheses and close parentheses and an integer k. A string is k-balanced if it is exactly k consecutive open parentheses followed by k consecutive close parentheses. That is that times k plus that times k. For example, k equal 3. A k-balance is looking like that. You must repeatedly remove all non-overlapping k-balanced substrings from S and then join the remaining parts. Continue this process until no k-balanced substrings exist. Return the final string after all possible removals. Missed it. You got Q2? Yeah, Brett, I got Q2. I submitted 2 times, 1 wrong answer with this edge case. And then I just, so my solution was it's either the whole thing or 1 less than the whole thing. But then I forgot about the edge case where everything was zeros. And I just coded that up as a band-aid fix. But man, it took me a little bit to just try that because I kept thinking maybe there's something else I can see with the bits and with the parity of the count of the bits, but maybe that was like overcomplicating stuff. All right, now this K balance substrings. I don't know how to do this part, but I'm thinking the first thing that comes to my mind is a stack. But I don't know how to use these stacks yet. So they say it can only have open and closed parentheses, and you must repeatedly remove all non-overlapping K-balance until there's none left. So this one we can clear out the whole thing. This one will clear out these. Yeah, it must just be a stack, man. Where if the top of the stack, oh, it needs to be K balanced. Or K. So it needs like, I can't just see a matching pair and eliminate them. It needs to be at least K length long. So maybe I should process streaks of open and closed parentheses at a time, like chunk them, and then use a stack that has some type of states in the stack, like the length of the streak or something. Let me try and do that. So if in my stack, I won't just keep open or closed parentheses, I'll keep a pair of char int. So I have a stack of PCIs. I'm iterating through. Wait, I don't know yet, man. All right, as I'm iterating through, I'm only going to accumulate. Hold on. What am I? I'm trying to like gather the streaks. So here we go. Streak. Wait. What are we gonna do here? So for this one, as we're iterating over streak increases, but then if this breaks, then we should push into our stack. We got to do some stack calculations here, then we reset our streak, and then we go again. And then after, we got to do some stack calculations as like post-processing, right? Either we do that or we like push some weird thing at the end of string. But let me think. So I want to make sure. All right, what do I mean by do some stack calculations? If I have to insert into the stack, I want to check what I'm inserting and if the top of the stack has a matching character or whatever. So I guess if we're inserting, for sure, whatever is in the stack should be the opposite. So if there's something in the stack, and I guess I'll just be explicit to check, and the top of the stack is the opposite. How do I, man, let me think. No, I won't do this check. I'll just check the count. So if the top of the stack count is greater and the current streak is greater than K, then we're like doing something here. I'm not sure what we're doing. So it's exactly K consecutive. Maybe this should be a while then. Let me think. I feel like I can do this problem, man, but my brain is just a little bit tired after doing so many problems, you know? I just need to stay focused, man. I think that's the hardest part about doing anything, is just staying focused. Whether it's LeetCode or trying to build stuff or whatever, you know? Alright, so if there's something in the stack, if the top of the stack count is greater than or equals to K, and our streak is greater than or equals to K, oh, I should also check that there are a matching pair. So maybe I will, how can I check that easily, man, without making this dang statement so insane? I'm gonna say stack.top first is an open parentheses. Yeah, that's all we gotta check, really, because then we know for sure our current thing is a closing parentheses, right? So if all this is true, pop it, and then if how much remaining is the top second, that's the count, minus K, right? So if we have remaining, we need to put that back in there. And then we keep popping, I guess. And we subtract the streak. Is K super huge? No, it's only up to 10 to the 5th. Can you just like string replace until it don't replace no more? I guess maybe you could icy black deep. But I'm not about to try it right now though. I've made it so far into my little stack solution that I gotta see if it works. But like, yeah, why wouldn't you just... No. It can't be that easy, right? If you just hard-coded... if you hard-coded that thing, why wouldn't it work? It would work for sure, man. Anyways. Now I gotta like reconstruct. So while there's something in the stack, what's in there? Char and count. Can I do that? I don't think it's complete because I didn't do my stack calculations like at the end here as well. Maybe I should copy that, but so would this work though? Maybe. I'm gonna submit to see what's up. This is a dot, not a arrow. And then that means these are dots. Why would string erase work? Wait, what do you mean? Like erase? Oh, I can't use char here. Output looks good. This one, output looks bad. Are they all just blank? Nothing. Yeah, they're all blank. Why? Because I don't even push anything to our stack, man. What am I pushing here? I'm pushing whatever the character is and the streak. Man. Brain juice is real low right now. Oof. That does not look good there. All right. Where's it going wrong? My code is too messy to even know what I'm doing. Hey, Brett, think of... Oh, for the erase thing? Like k equal 1. I see what you're saying. So if you had k equal 1 and then just the perfect... Yeah. Then it would have to erase a bunch of times. And then it would be too slow because each erase is kind of like a ON. But is it too slow? Oh yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Only one way to find out. Sounds quadratic? Huh. I guess that sounds too slow then. Alright, why is my stacks thing not working? Where is my bug at, man? Why is it crazy? So like this stuff gets popped out. Let me do some C outing here. Because for sure my implementation is bad. Like, this is not even printing anything, man. So first it comes here. It's not equal. Oh, wait. It should be pushing previous, I think. That's the bug, not the current. Should be pushing previous. But man, there's still more bugs, so it ain't working, man. So we should have an open parentheses. So that popped it so it doesn't get inserted. Then we should have two open things, man, but we don't have any of that, man. All right, let me see here. Let me see here what's going on. So it has one open parentheses in the stack. Man, am I not guessing this last character? Because, okay. I see my bug, man. Because this is there. And then I pop it. And then I assume that my thing... Alright, so it needs to be this. And it also needs to be... Man, wait, I need to take a step back, man. I see my bug, but I don't know how to implement. I see the bug because this assumes that it is going to be the opposite character, but it's the same character, right? So I just gotta make sure. You know what I'm gonna do, man? Forget all that junk. I'm just going to push something in the back there. And then now we don't have to do this part anymore. The post-processing thing. I'm just gonna erase it. Let me see if that will work. Not quite. I only get one thing in the ends. Oh, you know what I can do? This is not great, man, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It's like hacky. But it still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. Oh, you know why it doesn't work? Because it needs to enter here. I guess right here we can, no. Maybe I'll do some weird stuff like that. No. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I'm like confusing myself with this spaghetti code that I've written. Talking nonsense, and I don't know what I'm doing. So all right, I'll try this. No, I already tried that, man. How do I dig myself out of this mental rut that I'm in? I gotta think about it one step at a time. So I'm iterating from the first index. Previous character is a space, but if it's the same, I increase the streak. So first things first, it's gonna come here, nothing's gonna happen. Oh, I see the bug. I see the bug, man. This is weird, but if we're at the first index, no, this is not weird. This is good. So the first thing is gonna come in. I might have to call it, man. I don't think my brain is working any longer. But maybe I try a little bit. Hold on. You can get this, just need the energy. Yeah, Brett, I think my mind is just too tired to really give it a good effort. I think for sure I could get this problem if I was more focused. So I'm pushing that, yes. And then now I'm popping. Let me say, what am I popping here? I guess I'm popping K. Anyways, this contest was actually pretty doable. I'm happy they aren't crazy hard anymore. Yeah, Brett, I've been thinking, should I take the contest next weekend? I don't know. Popping, pushing one. So it, okay, this last one never gets pushed then. Oh, snap. Is it because, all right, so then it goes there. It gets to the last one. The streak is 1. No. Gets here. It never pushes this because the streak goes to 0. Then the streak goes to 1. And it comes here. And it comes here again. So the streak is 1. Oh, I think I see. So there's like one thing left over, and it assumes that this is a matching thing. But maybe I should say the previous. Maybe I should just explicitly call that. Anyways, I give up, man. I can't be bothered with it. Think you made your life harder with the streak variable? Yeah, maybe. I feel like it should work, man, but I just can't deal with the weird situations in my code. It's too messy. All right, what are we doing, Brett? We are iterating through. If it's an open parentheses, you lost me. Hold on. I just put everything on the stack. All right, so this is your stack. But what is this weird? Oh, char and then counts. So if there's something in the stack and the last character in the stack is open parentheses, then the streak, increment the streak. Otherwise, you push it. If there's something in the stack and the last thing in the stack is a close parentheses. Wait, if the last character is a open parentheses, increment counts. Otherwise, we put that in there. I think I see it, Brett. I feel like I was trying to do very similar things, but my implementation was just so weak. It's weak tonight, man. Shashwart. What's happening? Sorry, I missed your message. Q4 is a digit DP. Dang, that's a good problem for me to practice. They like that recently. Yeah, I did a digit DP recently and I was able to get it, surprisingly. But maybe I'll do this problem some other time. Alright, I think that's it for me. I don't think my brain has any more juice left tonight, man. Too much LeetCode, too much vibe coding these days. And then I gotta go play some Slay the Spire before bed. So maybe I'll just go raid Howling. Howling is on doing graphs. Man, I have so much to do. I need to start working harder. I don't think I work hard enough. Anyways. 11:45, good time to be done? Wait, what? Why is that a good time to be done? Something happening? Wait. Maybe because it's... As in you coded a lot? Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I was trying to focus on the problems. You know, I try not to joke around too much, but it's hard for me to do that. Anyways, thank you very much, Brett, for all the help. I'll see you next time for Wednesday, maybe. And you saw all 4-in-1 contests? Yeah, that was luck, maybe. Maybe not luck, but the contests are getting a bit easier again. So I do think I want to probably take contests again one day. I don't know if it's going to be this weekend, though. Anyways, Brett, thank you so much. I'll see you around. We're going to raid Howling. He's doing graphs right now. Q Ultimus. Adios. Leet Whale, if you're still around. See you later. Icy Black Deep. Jake 1130. No Scoped JFK2. See you next time. Kettle Bear. Leader of Meow. Bobo Bebow. Have a good night. Feezus TV. See you later. Everybody from YouTube. Adios. Everybody who's lurking. See you next time. Ari Elites. See you next time. And everybody else, I'll see you maybe 10 a.m. tomorrow for Vibe Coding Type Blazer. The thing I focus on the most. Anyways, adios. Good night, YouTube.